welcome back to Stock Watch, and joining me live in the studio is Datuk Azman Mahmood, Chairman of Crystalview Sendirian Berhad. Now, before the break, Datuk, obviously we were talking about the condition of the property sector right now. Now, I'd like to ask you, as a private property developer, what do you think the government can do to assist the property sector to bounce back from the crisis?
Well, I think there's something that the government can help a lot, actually. Number one, I think we have a problem of time. Now, time, as you know, is money. Now, we spend a lot of time in getting approvals for land matters and for planning matters. On average, my experience, our company experience, we spend at least about 12 months to 15 months to get over land issues and planning issues. Then we spend another 12 to 15 months to get it completed for construction. So we spend about 30 months, plus the fact they probably wait from VP date to CF another 2 to 3 months. So all in all, we probably spend about 33 months before the buyer gets a house. Now, all this will incur costs, and costs will eventually have to be passed, to the buyer. So that's, I think, is something that we could try to overcome. Now, number two, I think sometimes there are regulations and guidelines which have been changed. Now, I think sometimes these are necessary, but I think any changes that has to be made cannot be retrospective. For example, lately we talk about developments on slope lands. I think some authorities, I say, that will ban or will stop. We'll cease this for temporarily before we consider allowing you to build on slope lands. Now, what happens to those developers who purchased the land before these guidelines came out? They are stuck. Monies have been paid. So this is something that I think the government can help very much. I think we agree that regulations and guidelines has got to be dynamic. They have to change, to, I suppose, to protect the public. But I think it should not, as far as possible, be done in retrospective. Now, another area is, I suppose, the imposition of low costs. Now, we know that some states, KL and Klang Valley, I think if you have land to develop of 10 or more acres, you're imposed to build low cost. Now, I think over time, we find that sometimes the low cost needs are being reduced because guys have got their houses, but we still impose on low cost. Now, this is something that the government has got to relook, perhaps be a bit more, I suppose, liberal, and so listen to the developers who may think that, look, there are no demand for low cost in this area, so there's no need to have a hard and fast that you have to build low cost there. Now, I suppose another important thing is actually to look at the possibility of encouraging developers to build child-minding facilities. Now, we have problems of maids, problems of people looking after our kids because both parents are normally working now. So I think perhaps the government may want to look at, I suppose, working with the developers to build child-minding facilities, just like they asked us to build surahs and tariqas. So perhaps put in, I suppose, these facilities in exchange for the low cost. And I think by doing so, then we can, look at, I suppose, reducing our reliance on these maids, which we are now having a bit of a, hassle to get this thing done. Now, again, on security, I'll emphasize on security. Since the last 10 years, developers and perhaps the government spent money to ensure that the people are secure. Now, people in homes, they are secure. People in shopping malls, in basement car parkings, as they walk along to shops, need to be more secure now. So I think this is something that the government and I suppose developers can help to do. Now, for one, I think government has got to look seriously at, I suppose, controlling where this crime came from. Perhaps look at the illegal, more often than not, we see reports that burglary and break-ins are done by, what do you call, this sort of people. Now,
okay, I'm afraid that's all the time we have, Dato. I'm so sorry. We will, however, be taking emails for you, which maybe you can reply after the show. Well, but we'd love to have you again on the show in the future.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And of course, you can contact us and Datuk Azman Mahmood through Stockwatch at stockwatch@tv3.com.my, and we'll be happy to get your questions answered. That was Datuk Azman Mahmood of Crystalview, Sendirian Berhad. Thank you again, Datuk. Well, that brings us to the end of Stockwatch for tonight. If you have any questions about investing that we can help you with, please don't hesitate to email us at stockwatch@tv3.com.my. Also, don't forget to catch any interviews you may have missed on our show at our new blog, stockwatchproducer.blogspot.com. On behalf of our team, have a great investing week ahead. Until next week, same time, same channel, I'm Sheahnee Iman Lee. Good night.